stage, a person in public life should exercise caution and be more careful. So all these factors taken into account, the court has now stated that Rahul Gandhi's conviction in the defamation case is stayed.
Rhythm, what does this mean for Rahul Gandhi basically in practical terms when it comes to contesting elections, when it comes to getting back his position as a member of parliament and so on?
It's too soon to say what it really means because the final adjudication in the matter has not happened. So we don't know what this will have, what consequences this will lead to when it comes to his, his going back to the parliament. But definitely the fact that this is a stay is also going to be seen as a relief for him because the conviction in the case had led to his disqualification as MP, like you rightly said. We have to see whether this will lead to his being back as an MP, which is something we'll look at. But very, very clearly with this conviction now being stayed, it's also being anticipated, like you're asking, his Lok Sabha membership is restored. All right. So one of the breaking news details coming in could possibly be that with the conviction stayed, Rahul's Lok Sabha membership is restored. We're going to try and be sure of that. But yes, one of the biggest consequences coming out of this is he will once again be back in the Lok Sabha.
And Rhythm, also, what does it mean as far as this case is concerned? Is this the end of this case? Is it over? Or what is the way going forward as far as the petitioner is concerned now?
The case will continue. It will have a final adjudication in the case. But what I've usually noticed in such cases is the moment there is an interim stay, a lot of people lose interest in the case. We also remember the affidavit filed, a 10-page affidavit, but it was roughly 63 pages in document filed by Rahul Gandhi a few days ago that had been settled by Dr. Singhvi and Prashant Hussain, senior advocates, in which he had stated that he will continue to refuse to apologize. So I think, in a sense, a lot of leeway has been given to Rahul Gandhi, despite him having made certain such utterances earlier also. I remember there was another case in the Rafale deal when he had said something during the election time, and he had said that I don't think I need to apologize for that. But later there had been some sort of an apology given, though the word unconditional had not been used. But keeping that aside, today the Supreme Court has done two things. Of course, this order has been stayed for now, but it's also very important to remember what Justice Gawai and the Supreme Court benches today said. They've cleared that a person in public life has to exercise caution while they are making public speeches, and it has to be in good taste. He's also said that they have to be more careful.
And Rhythm, what would you say are the major takeaways from all this that has happened? Because clearly losing your Lok Sabha membership, that clearly was something, initially it may not have meant anything as far as Rahul Gandhi was concerned, but the way he fought, clearly there are many takeaways. There is a lesson here that has to be learned.
All right, so that's the breaking news update up right now. We have the Supreme Court that has stayed the conviction of Rahul Gandhi, and it's just happened. The Supreme Court has also pulled up Rahul Gandhi for what he has said, saying that he has to be careful about what he says, and saying that for a parliamentarian to say what he did was wrong. The Supreme Court bench comprising Justices B.R. Gawai, P.S. Narasimha, Sanjay Kumar heard the plea for stay on his conviction. Earlier, the Gujarat High Court had refused to stay his conviction in criminal defamation case over the Modi thieves remark, and it appears now that Supreme Court has decided to put the conviction on hold until the time that the matter is pending legally. So that's the caveat. It's only till the matter is pending in court, and the court has said, Justice Gawai saying that taking into consideration that no reason has been given by a trial judge for imposing the maximum sentence, the order of conviction needs to be stayed pending final adjudication. So pending a final adjudication, the conviction of Rahul Gandhi has been stayed, and Supreme Court has also made a few observations. While making the observation, Supreme Court has said, and I'm going to take you through the entire details of what the court has said. The court has also said the ramifications are wide. Not only petitioners' right to continue in public life is affected, but also that of electorate that has elected him. Supreme Court observing that maybe if these observations came before the petitioner made these utterances, he would have been more careful before making such remarks which are alleged to be defamatory. The Supreme Court also saying that no doubt that utterances are not in good taste. Person in public life is expected to exercise caution while making public speeches, saying that as observed by this court while accepting his affidavit in contempt petition, he ought to have been more careful. Supreme Court says that he should have been more careful, adding that though Appellate and High Court have spent voluminous pages rejecting stay on conviction, these aspects are not considered in their orders. And the Supreme Court saying that there is a need to put that conviction on hold until the time that it's settled, the matter is settled in the courts. So that's the big breaking news update coming in. Supreme Court has stayed the conviction of Rahul Gandhi and has made a few observations, saying that insofar as conviction of sentence is concerned, they've considered certain factors and the contents of an offence punishable under section 498 and 499 is maximum 2 years or both, and except the admonition by Supreme Court, no other reason has been granted for this by trial judge. And it is also to be noted only on account of this maximum sentence, provisions of RP Act have come into play. Had sentence been a day lesser, provisions would not have been attracted, particularly when offence is non-cognizable, bailable, compoundable. Trial judge is expected to give reasons for imposing the maximum sentence. So these are some of the observations being made. We'll go across to Abhishek Kapoor, Ridhamanand Bhardwaj, and we'll get some reactions as well on the phone line. And this is the breaking news story right now. Breaking news story right now as Supreme Court stays the conviction of Rahul Gandhi. We should be able to get some of the responses from the lawns of the Supreme Court as well as we speak, as the court has just delivered this relief to Rahul Gandhi. It's a temporary relief because this is only applicable as long as the matter is pending in court. And the court has also said that though Appellate and High Court have spent voluminous pages rejecting the stay on conviction, they may not have considered a few aspects. The court also admits that what he said was wrong. No doubt that utterances are not in good taste. Person in public life is expected to exercise caution while making public speeches. And as observed by this court, while accepting his affidavit in contempt petition, he ought to have been more careful. Justice Gawai adding that maybe if these observations came before the petitioner made these utterances, he would have been more careful before making such remarks which are alleged to be defamatory, saying that ramifications are wide, not just petitioner's right to continue and in public life affected, but also that of electorates who have elected him. Justice Gawai saying that taking into consideration these and that no reason have been given by trial judge for imposing maximum sentence, order of conviction needs to be stayed pending final adjudication. I have Swapnil Kotari joining us on the phone line. Swapnil, what is your reading of this decision of the court? Does this mean while his conviction is stayed temporarily, if the conviction is stayed, does that mean he can go back to Parliament as an MP?
No, Niranjan, I don't think he can do that because the conviction has only been stayed. It's not been annulled. It's not been quashed. It's not been reversed. So the thing is, obviously, that has only been stayed pending final adjudication of the matter. That means as and when the matter is heard by the Supreme Court and every arguments are heard de novo, as we call it in law, that's afresh from both the sides. Until then, and whatever the determination the Supreme Court comes to, if the Supreme Court comes to determine the fact that, well, this man is not responsible for any defamation, there was no defamation committed. Alternatively, if it comes to a situation where it says, okay, defamation was there, but 2 years is not proper, it should be 1 year. If it remits the sentence from 2 years to 1 year, then in that case, obviously, he can go back to Parliament if it's remitted